Today, I want to talk about a conversation that I keep having with the women I know about their mothers, about watching the women who raised them, the ones who used to take her to the mall, the one who used to travel with them, who used to know exactly who their daughter was, slowly disappear. And the hardest part is not the decline. It is that nobody saw it coming. And the version of her in their head, the strong one, the capable one, the ones who used to carry them, is now a memory they are trying to hold on to while they are still alive. If you're heading into your 40s, 50s and beyond, or watching a woman generation ahead of you walking this road, this video is for you. Stay with me, because what I want to explore with you today is the trajectory most women are already on, and a question that opens different doors. What I keep noticing in this conversation is the same thing every time. A daughter, heartbroken, watching her mother lose capacity that she did not know she could lose. And underneath that grief, there's this question. Is this coming for me too? And that question is the one I want to sit with you today. For over a decade of working on myself and now helping other women, this one thing came up again and again. The women generation ahead of us are showing us something about the next 10 years of our own bodies. The question is whether we are willing to look. Hi, I'm Thien. I'm a coach who works with high-achieving women who are ready to design the next decade of their body deliberately, instead of letting it design them. If this is the first video of mine that you come across, welcome. I'm glad that you're here. Now I want to ask you something. Think about the women in your life who are over 50. Someone you know. Could be your mother, could be a neighbor, could be your auntie. What is the one thing they used to do that they no longer do? Maybe it's something physical. Maybe it's something cognitive. Maybe it's the way that they walk now. Maybe it's the way that they hold a conversation, or the way that they hesitate in front of a flight of stairs that they used to take without thinking. Now think about this. When did the change start? When did the change actually start? Because if you trace it back honestly, most of these changes did not begin where they become visible. It began years earlier, quietly, in a body that was sending small signals that nobody was reading. By the time the change is obvious, the trajectory has been compounding for a decade. And this is the part that nobody warns us about. The decline most of us are watching in women a generation ahead of us is not what we've been told it is. So here's the question I want to ask you. If the woman that you're picturing right now had been having this conversation in their 30s about their muscle mass, about their strength, about their bone density and their recovery, the capacity, would she be where she is now? The truth is, she was not given that conversation. Not from her doctor, not from anywhere in her education. It was not in the magazines that she reads or the wellness brand that she follows. Nobody told her that the body that she was living in her 30s required active investment to still be hers in her 70s. So she did what most of us do. She lived, she raised her family, she took care of everyone and everything around her, and trusted that her body would hold. And the body did hold until it stopped. Hey, listen, I appreciate you. And if you're watching this and something I've shared is resonating with you, I want to ask you to do Two simple things. First, hit the like button because it tells YouTube that this conversation matters, so it can reach more women who feel stuck in their body, their energy, and their consistency and think that they are the problem. And second, subscribe, because on this channel, I'm going to talk about things that most people don't explain clearly. How to build strength without burning yourself out, how to lead your body instead of fighting it, and how to stop relying on willpower and start creating consistency that actually lasts, and how energy, identity, physiology quietly shape the life that you're living. So if you are someone who's tired of trying harder and ready to understand your body and yourself differently, then this channel is for you. So go ahead, like and subscribe. And now back to the video. Now I want you to reflect upon yourself. What conversation are you currently having with your body about the next 10 years? And if the answer is, yeah, not much, this is what I want you to notice. Not as a failure, but as a starting point. Because the course that we are watching in the generation of women ahead of us is not aging. It is a conversation that was missing. Now I want you to think about a different woman. Maybe you have met her. Maybe you've seen her. She's the one who is in her 65 and still carries her own groceries upstairs. The 70-year-old who travels alone. The woman in her late 70s who walks into the room and you barely can tell what her age is. What did you notice about her? It is not that she's lucky or built differently than you, or it is her genetics. If you watch her closely, what you'll see is that she's been doing the quiet work for years. Training that preserves her strength and muscle mass, eating in a way that fuels for her real life, sleeping in a way that restores her, and managing the stress that did not get to compound for over a decade. None of which involves a supplement, a protocol, or a tracker. She built that body by conscious choice while nobody is watching. I want you to hear this. You're not too late, as long as you can still do something about it. Because the women I have watched closely over the years, the ones who started in their 40s, 50s, and even 60s, they did not get younger. But their bodies did respond. The strength came back, the energy stabilized, and the trajectory changed. Not in the way that it would have at 25, but it changed meaningfully over the time. Your trajectory is not fixed. It responds to your inputs. The only version of too late is the one where nothing changes. So the real question is whether or not it is too late. The real question is whether you start right now. So if the women who arrive at the next decade strong are the ones who had the conversation with their body, and the women who arrived depleted are the ones who did not have the conversation. And before we end this video, I want to leave you with something. There is a version of you 10 years from now. She is either stronger than you are today, or she is not. She is being shaped right now by the conversation that you choose to have with your body, or the ones you're choosing not to have. If this video has changed your perspective about your next decade, I want to invite you to have a chat with me. I call it the Decade Reset Chat, a conversation that finally sets you in the right direction for the next decade. A space for you to look honestly at your body, where it actually is, and what it has been carrying, and what it is genuinely yours to build from here. And I would love to give you this clarity. If you would like a chat with me, send me a message through my Facebook profile, Thien Mong, with the word reset, and tell me more about the season that you're in. And I'll get back to you personally. The link to my Facebook profile is in the description. And before you go, tell me one thing the woman a generation ahead of you have shown you about your future. Let me know in the comment section below, and I'll be reading every single one. So thank you for watching today's video. Also check out these two videos. In the meantime, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.